Any other?
Yoga Bija.
Yog Beach, very good.
That
And
is also by Gorakshanath only.
yes, there are many books written by the Guru
Vasishta
Gorakh.
Samhita and also Vasishta
Gorakh
Samhita.
Sahita. Okay,
Ah,
that is also Gorakh Shaktakam. Okay, there are many books based on the Hatha Yoga. Basically, these are all books. But we will now discuss about the Gherand Sahita. Okay, uh, I'm sharing the slide. Are you able to see this picture? Okay,
yes.
fine. So this is a Gherand Sahita. Many actually there are many publishers. Uh, the very famous one is a Bihar School of Yoga book, and the which I'm sharing this is by the some other publication. So I found it's in very concise way. That's why I have taken this one. Otherwise, uh, you can read from any book publisher, from the Kevalya Dham, from the Chaukhamba, from the Bihar School of Yoga book public. Any book you can take it. The Sanskrit shlokas are the same in any book actually. So here, first of all, we give salutation to the Lord Shiva, to the Adinath here. So it's a prayer basically. So Adishivaraय pranamami tasmai yeno padishta hat yoga vidya virajate pronat raj yog maridyu micho radhirodi vaha. So in this the translation here, it is the I bow to the creator who gave the spiritual instructions regarding this knowledge of the Hatha Yoga, and which blooms actually in the form of the Raj Yoga. Actually, the Hatha Yoga leads to the Raj Yoga. We want to actually attain that Raj Yoga, and these are the vice versa. Hatha Yoga bina Raj Yoga nahi, and Raj Yoga bina Hatha Yoga nahi. You can't attain anyone. You have to, to reach one, you have to cross through the other one. Okay, so the knowledge of Hatha Yoga basically it serves as a ladder. Those who want to attain that spiritual stage, or that the Raj Yoga, the royal training. Okay, now so there are the 7 chapters in the uh, Gherand Sahita, and these 7, because of these 7 chapters, this is also known as the Saptang Yoga. Hatha Yoga Pradipika is actually known as anyone?
Chaturanga Yoga.
Yes. How many chapters are there?
4.
Yes, 4. That's why it is known as the Chaturanga Yoga. The 4 chapters are
Asana, Pranayama, Mudra Bandha.
yes, good. And then these are the 3: Asan, Pranayam, Mudra Bandh, and the last one is
Samadhi.
it's a Samadhi.
Nadanusandana.
But in there in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it is basically the Nadanusandhan. Nadanusandhan, basically the research on the sound. That is to attain the Samadhi stage. So there is a Nadanusandhan. So these are the 4 chapters. But let's see in the Gherand Sahita, the very first chapters, that is actually on the training of the physical body basically. So Shat Karma is there in the first chapter. Okay, then second lesson is about the postures, the asanas. Are you able to see the cursor and the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So second chapter is actually on the asanas. So how many asanas are described in Hatha Yoga Pradipika? Anyone?
15.
15. Very good. And in Gherand Sahita, how many
32.
asanas are there?
32.
32. This is the list of the asanas. Okay, here, yeah, these are the 32 asanas. Then the third lesson is about the mudras. Okay, the third chapter is about the mudras and the bandhas. So, how many mudras and bandhas are described in the Hatha Pradipika? Can anyone tell me? No one? 10. Always remember there are 10 mudras and bandhas in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. In the Gherand Samhita, there are the 25. We will discuss later on in detail. So this is a list. So there are the 25 bandhas and mudras described in the Gherand Samhita. That's why Gherand Samhita, it's actually in a deeper knowledge. It's a very vast comparatively to the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Okay, and then after the mudras and bandhas, the fourth chapter is about the pratyahar. Okay, is about the pratyahar. Then after the pratyahar, here comes the pranayama. Okay, pranayama is the fifth chapter. And if you remember in the Ashtanga Yoga written by the Maharishi Patanjali, there are the 8 chapters. First is the
Yama.
second,
Niyama.
third,
Asana.
fourth,
Pranayama.
very good, fifth,
Pratyahara.
pratyahar. In Ashtanga Yoga, pratyahar comes after the pranayama, but in Gherand Samhita, pranayama comes after the mudras bandh and the pratyahara. So it is a fifth chapter in the Gherand Samhita. Keep remember this thing. Okay, then after this pranayama, there are the 8 types of pranayama. So we say in Hatha Yoga pranayama like the kumbhaka. So in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there are also 8 types of kumbhak known as the Ashta Kumbhaka. Ashta means 8 and kumbhaka here is actually the name of the pranayama itself, the Ashtakumbhaka. And in Hatha Yoga Pradip, in this Gherand Samhita also, there are also the 8 types of the kumbhak or the pranayama. So Ashtakumbhak is also there, but there is some difference between the two, some difference of pranayams types. Okay, then next chapter is about the sixth. Yeah, sixth chapter is about the dhyan. After the pranayam, dhyan is there. So sixth chapter is about the dhyan. So there are the actually types of dhyanas also there. Then the last chapter, the 7th chapter, is about the samadhi. So total 7 chapters. And the samadhi is also, there are the types of samadhi there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 8, 6 types of samadhi basically. Okay, so there are the 6 types of samadhi described in the Gherand Samhita. So 7th chapter, first is about the Shatkarma, second is about the asana, third is about the mudra bandh, fourth is about the pratyahar, fifth is about the pranayam, sixth is about the dhyana, 7th is about the samadhi. So that's why it is known as the Saptang Yoga. Clear? Shall we move forward? Okay. Now, first chapter. First chapter is totally based on the cleansing practices. And it is a very described by Maharishi Gherand in a detailed one. Okay, so the first chapter, so we start obviously with the salutation to the Lord. After that, we have already did. So the first is about they are explaining what is about the this Gherand Samhita. So Gherand Samhita is actually a book. It's a conversation between a king and a rishi. So here Chandakapali, was a king, and he actually went to the sage Gheranda, and he gave devotion to him, and he want to actually to learn ki what is the basically the, you know, uh, who he wants to get the knowledge of the reality. That's why he went to the ashram of the rishi. Okay, then the total book is about the conversation between the two, and Maharishi Gherand, he explained all the, you know, practices of yoga in detail to that rishi. So these are the conversations. We will not go in detail all shlokas matlab, one by one, but we will describe the main things. Okay. So this is our next key, O Master of Yogi. So I wish now to learn the physical discipline, the yoga, which leads to the knowledge of the truth. He wants to know the knowledge of the truth. So then uh, the okay. So Sage Gheranda is actually who is actually addressed by the king of as Chandakapali king. He addressed Maharishi Gherand as a Yogeshwara, matlab, who is the god of the yoga, basically. And actually, he was a teacher of yoga. So he asked the sage, कि please explain me the teachings so that I can also attend the self realizations. So uh, the in this book, the teachings of the Ghatastha Yoga is there. What is Ghatastha Yoga? Ghatastha Yoga, this Saptang Yoga, the Maharishi Gherand, he described the type of yoga. He explains the type of Hatha Yoga is also known as a Ghatastha Yoga here. So Chandakapali was a king, and besides being a king, he asked the question, ki, how can yoga, which is based on the body itself, kindly help me to know the truth. So there are the four questions basically which was asked by the lord by the king itself. So first was as what is self realization, second was what is this ghatastha yoga, then how can we practice this yoga, and is it possible that we can get the attain the knowledge through this yoga. Okay, so these are the basically the questions. Then the um, he actually explained what is this. So uh, Maharishi Gheran, he actually tell him ki you have to go through the tattva gyan. Tattva gyan means knowledge of that reality or that truth which is behind the human body, mind, and soul. So what the main aim of our life is, what? To attain the, you know, self realization, to attain to know that truth actually. So he explained all those types. Then later on the practices which is he actually explained. So second question about the ghatas yoga. So ghatas yoga is basically, it's a mean Ghata. Ghata means a pot, a mud pot. You know, nowadays in the summer season, you drink from the water from that mud pot. Na? You know, everyone, what is mud pot? A matka. Are you able
Yes,
to
ma'am.
understand?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. So, uh, a pot is basically is made up of a clay, and basically it appears as a mental screen, and its external form is seen, but what it that pot retains inside, you know, you don't know actually. It may be empty, it may be filled, may be filled with water or any solid thing, you know, you don't know. So it can contain anything, and but there is only knowledge of its external form we have, है ना. तो ghatas yoga is basically the yoga based on the body. We have to compare with this body, that pot. So if you want to retain something in that pot, you have to make that pot actually if it is not, it is not properly built, means if it is that the, not the, it is basically in Hindi ways, say like it's a kacha one, it's not proper formed. If you able to put water inside, what will happen? That will, what will happen to that pot? Anyone? No one? If you want to retain the water in that pot which is not properly, go through the process of the, the heat and the other things, it will wash away, na? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it will wash away, na? So this is the same thing like with our body also. So if we are not able to go through the process of yoga, it means the yoga, it's act like a heat under which treatment we have to go. Then we prepared actually solid sort of thing properly. Then we are able to hold that realization and the knowledge of the self. But like that pot, if that mud pot is not undergoing the heat treatment, then it will basically shed off. So he compared the body with the mud pot itself. That's why this yoga is known as the Ghatastha yoga. Okay, this is the main thing we have to understand. So the first practical aim of yogi is to understand basically the own personality, which includes the body, mind, intellectual, emotions. Then you are able to awaken your inner powers. Okay? It's okay? Are you able to understand the things? So in the first few shlokas, there is a conversation between the Maharishi Gherand and the King Chandakapali itself. He describes what is the purpose of these Ghatas Yoga. Okay, then later on he tells the 7 exercises which we have to go through for the training of the body itself. And those are the, first of all, the Shodhan, Dridata, Shodhana, then the what? Shodhan we get from the Shatkarma. Are you able to see this shloka, this one, the 9th number?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the actually these are the exercises which we after doing the practices of the 7 chapters which are explained in the early classes, we get through those. From the Shat Karma we get the purification, from the asanas we get the strengthening of our body, then from the mudra and the bandh there is a steadiness in the body, by the pratyahara there is a calming, and by doing the pranayama we get lightness in our body, from the dhyan we get the perception, and after the samadhi there is a isolation. So to attain all these things we have 7 practices. So those are the shat karma. So from the shat karma again the thing is we get the what? Purification. From the asanas, we get the strength. From the mudra, we get the steadiness. See the difference. In the Maharishi Patanjali, he told ki sthir sukham asanam. You know, that is the asanas definition given by the Maharishi Patanjali. But here, we get the steadiness from the mudras. Okay. So many times you get a caution, but you don't have to confuse. Kindly understand this thing. And according to the Gherand Sahita, by the practice of asanas, what you get basically. So you have to write it down the strength. You get the strength after doing the asanas. And from the practice of the mudras, what you get in your body? What you get?
Steadiness.
Steadiness, yes. And according to Maharishi Patanjali, by the practice of asanas, yeah, what is the definition of the asanas according to Maharishi Patanjali? Yeah.
Stiram
Stiram
Sukham
Sukham
Asana.
Sukham
Yes.
Asana.
Sthir Sukham Asanam. Okay, clear? No doubt?
It's clear.
Okay. Shall I move forward? So
That
these are the
stiram
seven.
is,
Okay.
ma'am, that
Yeah.
stiram is for, stiram is the benefit for mudra. In Gherand Samhita, stiram is the benefit of mudra.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
according to the Hatha Yoga, there is
okay.
actually the Ashtang Yoga and the Hatha Yoga is totally the different. One of the thing is the same, but we have to actually focus on what is written in the classicals. But what we are getting, that is a one of the same thing. Kaan yahan se pakdo, wahan se pakdo. Matlab, it's the same thing. But we have to actually focus on the what is right in which book now, because exam is conducting, that is totally based on the book. So for the exam purpose, you have to be precise. You have to have actually the things clear in your mind. Ki, what is explained by which sage or which maharishi. So for the exam purpose, but the thing is one of the same. Okay, but for exam purpose, you have to be perfectionist. You know what is written by which sage in which book. Okay, that is your actually quality being a teacher. You have to guide to others, so you should know ki what is the written in the same thing. Maybe the meaning will be the same, but the thing is you have to be a you must have clarification first of all. Okay, so this is a shloka in the number 10th and 11th. All the the seven practices are described, and by practice of these all the activities you get to which you get through these practices. This is mentioned here. Now, first of all, the purificatory practices, that is the shat karma. The Shat Karma, here it is the Shat means the six, and the Karmas are the practices or the Kriyas, or these are the processes. So these are the basically six one. The in the Shlok 12 it is right. It is written here: Dhauti Vasti Tatha Naiti Nauli Tratak Tatha Kapal Bhatish Chaitani Shat Karmani Samachitare. Means there are the six Shat Karma. Which one? The Dhauti, the Vasti, then the Neti, then the Nauli, Tratak, then the Kapal Bhati. And in Hatyok Pradipika, what was the difference? Do you remember? There's a difference between these six practices. These Shatkarma are same in both books, but the sequence difference is there. You must understand. A question many times asked in the UGC NET exam. So there is a difference in the sequence. Anyone? No one? Okay.
Did not get your question.
Okay. The sequence in Hatyok Pradipika, what is the seven practices, remember the sequence of those practices? Six Shatkarma. In Hatyok Pradipika,
Yes, ma'am.
what are the
Dhauti, Basti, Neti, Tratak, Nauli, Kapalbhati.
Yes. So in Hatyok Pradipika, Tratak comes before the Nauli, है ना? And here the Tratak comes after the Nauli. This is the difference in the sequence of these six practices. Many times this question asked. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand
Yes, ma'am.
my
Yes,
question?
yes.
Okay, so the first Dhauti, Vasti, Neti, Nauli, Tratan, Kapalbhati, but in Hatyok Pradipika, the sequence is the Dhauti, Vasti, Neti, Tratakaha, Nauli, then Kapalbhati. Okay, clear? Okay. So first we will go through the dhauti. The first we will discuss dhoti in detail. So there are the four types of dhoti, main four types of dhotias are there. So these are to remove the basically the impurities from our body. So the four fold dhotis are basically the antar dhoti, dant dhoti, antar dhoti, dant dhoti. Here also antar, that is a internal washing, dant dhoti, cleaning of the teeth, hriday dhoti, cleaning of the heart, basically the heart area. It's not the cleaning of the basically the heart, the area which is nearby our heart. And then the mool shodhan, that is about the cleaning of the rectum. Okay, clear? So the first is the antar dhoti. Is it okay? Am I too fast or am I too slow? Are you able to understand? Kindly tell me so that I will retain my pace. Okay. So the next is, first of all, we will discuss about the antar dhoti. So antar dhoti is again divided into the four parts, which are those: the vat sara, the vari sara, vahini sara, and the vahishkrita. So Vatsara is basically the you have to clear body with the help of the wind purification. Then the Varisara, we clear our internal body with the help of the water. So water purification. Then the Vahini Sara. Vahini Sara is basically to clear the body with the help of the fire, and the last one is the Vahishkrita. Okay, so the four types of antar dhoti. What are those? Vatsar, Varisar, Vahinisar, and the Bahishkrita. Is it okay? Okay. So the first of is the Vatsar. Yeah. So in the Vatsar, basically he described ki it's a very, it's a very, these all practices are very secretive. They have to be performed in, not in a secluded place, not in a public place. And they causes basically the help in the purification of the body. They destroyed all the disease and also increase the gastric fire. This Vatsar. Okay.
What's the time?
Yeah. Are you asking me? Are you asking me about the time? Okay. So in the basically Vatsar, we have to suck the air slowly through the mouth, forming a kaki mudra. That is like we have to make a our like a pout from our mouth, like a beak of a crow, and then we have to swallow that air, move to the abdomen, and then we have to slowly expel through the lower passage of our body. So this is the Vatsar, malab cleaning through the air. Okay, clear? Please tell me, are you am I audible, or are you able to
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am, you are audible.
yeah, in between, please tell me. Otherwise, because there are sometimes network connection is there, I was thinking if it's okay, but please kindly update me in between by telling me, are you able to understand or not? So Vatsar is basically it's a purifier of the body, and it destroys all the disease and also increase your gastric heat. And it is very secretive practices. You have to practice in the secluded places, not in the public places. Yeah, next chapter. Then Next is with the help of the water. So with the help of the water, that is known as the varisar. In this, one should drink water slowly by the mouth so as to fill up to the throat. You have to fill your stomach completely till the throat. Then push it by moving the abdomen and evacuate in through the lower passage. Okay, you have to forcing it downwards and expelling it through the rectum. That is the varisar. In vari means water. You have to clean your internal body with the help of the water. Previously was the vat. Vat means air. You have to purify your body with the help of the air. Now it's the water. It is known as the varisar. Okay. So, what are the benefits of this? This varisar, it also purifies the body, and it should also keep very secretive. And you have to practice a lot to actually master this activity. And by practice of this, your body becomes radiant, illuminous. It's a shining body. Okay, so this is the Varisar. So Varisar is the highest dhoti. He who practices is with the ease, purifies his body and get a very shining one. Okay. Then the next is the Agnisar. Now we have to clean our body with the help of the heat. So basically, that heat is the Agni is inside the which is the heat inside of our body. So in this practice, you have to push the navel against the spine, and that actually at least for the 100 times. Okay. And basically you have to get a abdominal massage, like flapping of the abdominal muscle, but the like this ki your navel touches your spine. So this actually increase the gastric fire, and it also helps to got rid of your abdominal disease. Okay. So this Vahini Sar is also brings actually, it's also is very secretive, and it should not be should not discuss with other people. It basically clears all your gastric disease because it increases the digestive fire. So it's very beneficial in constipation like problems also, but depends upon other symptoms also. So Agnisar is a very beneficial practice. Early in the morning, you can practice this very early morning when you get up from your bed. So this is a first shatkarma you can go for the daily, especially the people who have some digestive problems. Okay, it's clear.
Okay. Clear.
Okay. So this form of dhoti is should be very kept secretive. All shatkarmas you have to do in a secluded place, and should not you have to keep it in a very secretive way. Okay, all basically all you have to do you in a alone, and under the guidance of a teacher also, not by just watching YouTube or just reading by the book, but under the guidance of the teacher. You have to practice all these things. Okay. So then after the Agnisar, there is a Bahishkrit, the last part of the Antardhati. For in this, you have to make a Kaki Mudra, like a pout from your mouth. And then from that, beak shaped mouth, Krobil Mudra, you have to fill the stomach with the air, just like in the Vatsar. But here you have to retain it for the 1.5 hours. Then force it down along the lower passage, and this clears your internal part of the body. So what is the difference between the Vatsar and the Bahishkrit? In the Bahishkrit, you have to keep that air in your body, especially in your stomach, for 1.5 hours. Then force it down towards the intestine. Clear? It's okay? So how many types of antardhauti are there? Can you name them?
4 types.
Yes. Kindly name.
Vatasara, Varisara, that is, and then Agnisara, and then Bahishkrita.
Yes. Agnisara, the main name is described here is the Vahani Sara. Vahini. But the
Oh,
thing is the Agnisar. So it's very easy to remember. Vatsar, Varisar, Vahini Sar, and the Vahishkrita. Clear? Is it
clear.
clear? Vat means air purification. Antar means inside your body. You are taking something inside your body for the cleaning. So, what are the things you can take you inside your body? Air, water, and a heat also. So, with the air, that is a Vatsar. With the water, that is a Varisar. With the you have to rise that heat also. Obviously we are not taking heat from the outside, but our internally which heat we have to rise that heat so that it cleans our body. So that is a vahinisar. And the last one is also with the air, but we have to retain that air for 1.5 hours in our stomach. Then it have to be pushed down. Vahishkrita. I think so you remember all these things. Okay. Then the next thing which they described is the about the uh, prakshalanam. That is actually the shank prakshalanam. This is also the cleansing practice basically. In the prakshalanam here, though the person have to standing in a navel deep water, or one should push out, the rectum basically. So the lower part should be immersed in the water, and then wash it with the hands till the filth is being removed. Okay, so this is the prakshalanam. And then again, isme malab, the thing is actually they uh, took their large intestine, malab part of large intestine, rectum out of the body when they're standing in the water, and then they clear their body part, the rectum basically, and um, they pushed inside the body. The practice is like this, but nowadays we are not able to practice this because it's a very difficult thing. We don't have so much of hold in our body. The practices which were practices at that time, at that scenario, because nowadays the ponds and all those things are also very polluted, hai na? Unhygienic conditions are also there, and we are also don't have so much of control on our body also. In this, they actually pushed their rectum outside the body with the hands basically, and they just like wash it out and then again put inside the body. So this is about the prakshalanam, but it's not so easy to practice, no? So uh, the thing is this. So
This
by
is also comes under Bahishkrita Dauti, ma'am.
no, no,
Ah,
it's from the prakshalanam basically.
okay, this is another one.
Yeah, 23rd in the from the 23rd shloka. This is the
Mm.
thing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So then it should draw it again into the abdomen, and this cleaning should be kept of secretive. It is not easily available even to the gods. Devta bhi taraste hain. Matlab, some practices also gods are looking ki why we are not able to do these practices basically. Okay. So this is a prakshalanam. Okay. So this Actually, in the air practice, this is the Bahishkrit basically, and this retain is comes into the Prakshalanam. In some text, basically, that Prakshalanam is different from this Bahishkrita. Okay, but in some text, Bahishkrita basically, after retaining the air in your body, when you are pushing it down, that this Prakshalana practice is also doing beside this by taking out your rectum out of the body. Okay, so this is the mix one. In some books it's written, it's you can do both, but otherwise you have to do, separately. Okay, but it is very difficult to retain air for a 1.5 hours to get this dhauti done, which is a bahishkrita. It is very difficult to actually uh, are able to it's not able to perform this practice basically. At that time it may be you can, but nowadays it's very difficult. Okay, so these are the basically the antar dhoti, and yeah, you cannot achieve this grand dhoti or purification known as a bahishkrita. Okay, okay, shall I continue? Next is the dant dhoti. Dant means teeth and dhauti is the cleaning. It means ki we are cleaning that part of the body, the teeth purification basically. So the cleaning of the teeth here, it's a basically, and also the dant dhauti, it has subtypes also. The dantmul basically the root, our basically the root of the teeth. Jivhamul, also the tongue, the root of the tongue. Then the Karna Randhra, basically. So, though our 2 ears, the opening of the 2 ears, and the Kapal Randhra. Kapal Randhra is the frontal sinus of our body. So, these are the 5 types of our, Dant Dhoti. But you ask me, there are only the 4 names. Write it down here. How can be the 5 types? The Dantmul, Jivamul, Kandrandha, and the Kapalrandha. But here it is routed the 5 kind, but the body parts only the 2. Yeah, anyone?
I think 2 years. 2 years.
Yes, it is right. 2 holes of the ear. That's why. Okay. So the purification of the teeth, 1, root of the tongue, 2, 2 holes of the ear, 2 and 2, 4, and the last one is the frontal sinus. So there are the 5 kinds of the dant dhoti. Okay. So first is the dant mool shodhan. That is a dant mool shodhan. In this, one should rub the tooth, the root of the tooth, with basically extract of a plant which is known as the khadira here, or the it is basically Acacia catechuea. Acacia is a, and catechua is a powder of a basically a plant extract, or you can also with the pure earth, pure mud basically, without any any impurity, because there should not be any impurity. So long as dental impurities are not removed, you have to rub your um, teeth with this. Okay, with the khadira. This is the dantamula shodhan. Then the what is the benefit of this dantamul shodhan? This cleaning of the teeth is basically a very great for the yogis. Every morning, basically, people who want to preserve their teeth, they should clean their teeth with this thing, so that they have very longevity of their teeth also, and there will be no impurity in their body, because we are taking with meal from their mouth only. So the cleaning of our teeth is a must thing, so that our digestive system will also be properly cleaned throughout. No other impurity should get through our teeth. Okay, clear? Then is the Jivha Mool Shodhan, Jivha Shodhan, or the tongue dhoti, you can say so. So this is also a process of the cleaning of the tongue. In this, basically the tongue, the elongated tongue. It's an elongation of the tongue. It destroys the old age, death, and the disease. The impact of this cleaning of the tongue is the okay. Time is running out, so I will complete by this Jivamul Shodhan. So how to do this? We have to putting the index finger, the middle finger, and the ring fingers, the three, into the throat, so that one should rub basically the impurities or to clean where the root of the tongue very slowly. Okay, but there should be no phlegm or the mucus in your body. Okay, so this is the jivhamul. Jivhamul is the root of the tongue. You have to clean like this. Clear? So holding the tip of the tongue, basically they have sort of prongs. They actually hold the tip of the tongue with the iron princess. Then they should draw it slowly, and then put the fingers, and then rub with the butter, with the with the makhan, and then press it again and again, as one does for the milking. Like when you go for the milking the milk from the cow or the buffalo, na, it's like a milking. So we have to hold the tip of the tongue with the iron instrument, then we have to milking like a thing with the our fingers. And one should regularly practice this. So at what time? Two times, sunrise and sunset. Okay, and when this is done regularly, your tongue becomes elongated. And later on, this elongation of tongue, basically when we will learn mudras and bandhas, this will help into the khechri mudra. This will help to attain the khechri mudra. So the tongue becomes elongated by this practice. So this is the Kandrandhati we will discuss tomorrow. So this is a Jivha Mool Shodhan. It's okay. Any doubt, any questions?
No, ma'am, clear.
Okay, then we will take a break, and then we will meet tomorrow. Let us conclude our session with a small prayer with a one Om. So sit comfortably, join both hands, take a deep inhale for the Om chanting. Om.